All right, in this video, we're going to show you how to change your field of view and a couple other settings that you can change as well to help you out when you're playing Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. So in order to do this, obviously we need to go to the settings tab. We're on PS4, so if you look at the bottom here, we're just going to hit the options button and it's going to bring up this menu right here. If we tab over to the graphics menu, you're going to see the field of view is now enabled for console players. So if you guys remember in Warzone, this wasn't enabled for console players. It was only for PC players. So now as a console player, we have this enabled. And what the field of view is, if you're unfamiliar, it defines the height and width of the in-game view, okay? Meaning you're able to see a greater, wider width, okay, of the map itself. It's not so much zoomed in. Now you're gonna understand, if you make this greater than 80, which is the default setting, as it says here, the value is greater than the default may result in lower frame rate and some graphical issues. So you need to weigh that against how much you actually want to see in the frame rate as opposed to how much you may lose some frame rate and some graphical issues. And the reason for that is obviously it's trying to pack in more things to your screen. That way, it's obviously just going to slow down your system because of it. But in order to change this, you would just come to this bar right here and make it greater and make it less, okay? The next setting here is just the ADS field of view, which I thought was pretty cool. I don't believe this was in Warzone. So the way to adjust this is if it's independent, aiming down the sights will zoom the field of view to its intended value. If it's affected the way it's on, okay, I haven't touched any settings. This is a stock setting. Aiming down the sights will zoom to a closer field of view setting when you aim down the sights. And that's what you want too. You want it to make it look like you're actually aiming down the sights when you're shooting your gun. If you just have it independent, it's not going to do as much zooming in as you want it to do. So we recommend you leave this to affected and you leave this field of view to 80. But if you want to increase the field of view, this is how you would do it, especially if you feel comfortable having lower frame rate or graphical issues, which it shouldn't affect you too much, but that is how you would do it right there. Again, in the split screen and multiplayer, if you want it horizontal or vertical, this is actually pretty cool. It gives you the option to change that. And then motion blur, of course, I like to disable this just because when you're moving rapidly, it will blur the screen. Similar how if you were to turn left and right in real life, it would be blurry just for, a millisecond. I like to disable this. That way there is no motion blur. So when I'm turning to an opponent, I can just shoot them without any motion blur. So those are the field of view settings and the display settings that I would recommend that you change if you do want to change. Of course, the field of view is to your discretion and how you would want to change it. And then, of course, if you are colorblind, you're able to choose between the 3 different settings here. So that's it for the display settings and the field of view. If you do have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. Or if you want to add anything, let us know in the comment section below. And I'll pin any of the top comments that are helping people out. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.